morning, Ritika.
Hi Ramesh, good morning. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good. You are very busy with your work?
No, actually, what happened? We had a
Your voice is not coming.
study now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our office we had a cricket tournament.
Oh, okay.
The whole month we had actually.
So weekends you were busy in that one.
Yeah, from 8:30.
Okay.
From
I thought
8:30.
you've changed your job or something, so you are extra busy.
No. From 8:30 onwards, my match will start.
Okay.
That's
Now
right.
it's done? Over?
Done. Yeah, we over.
Okay. That's why you're back to your sessions.
Yeah.
Good.
So I have one doubt actually. So across area F1 and division of, we are the first club to complete IAC, right?
Yes.
Power on, powering off.
Today I'm going to announce that one.
And today is the club visit also. I had informed Richard. So
Okay.
as an area director, I'm going to be doing the club visit also.
Okay, no problem.
Session will be normal only. It's just that I'll be making observations and submitting the report.
Sure.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Toastmaster Vishak.
Hello.
Good morning, Vishak.
Can we do a quick AV check?
Yeah, of course.
My camera as well.
Yes.
Okay, from here, am I loud and clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Ashok.
Good morning.
Hi, Ashok.
Hi, Ritika. How are you?
Good, Ashok.
So
we have a timer till now, Ramesh?
timer as of now, nobody is there, so I am planning to do a backup role.
Okay.
Triple hat.
What happened?
You are wearing triple hat.
Yes, of course, because it's a punishment for me. Last whole month I didn't come for the meeting. No, I had to cover up.
No. It's not a punishment, Ashok. He's trying to garner his points for this Toastmaster of the month. This is what he always does. He'll jump all the roles and become Toastmaster of the month.
I never got Toastmaster of the month actually.
Okay. But always you aim for that only.
That's a good idea. I will follow this.
Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, Raman.
Hi, Toastmaster Raman.
Hello, Toastmaster Ritika. Good morning.
So Raman, I think your membership is going in the process of getting transferred.
Yes, in fact, I got confused that I'm being inducted into the club. That's why I sent out such a lengthy intro. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the process, so maybe in a week or so we may get to know from the membership team.
Toastmaster International. Yeah, it takes a little time, but I'm sure it'll get through.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So from which club are you moving?
Thrive CBS Toastmasters. I remember you were the evaluator or GE for a couple of meetings.
Yeah. Okay,
now it is being presided by Toastmaster Arun Prasad. Maybe you might have met him.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
Okay. Good morning, Manusita. Do you want to check audio and video?
Yes, yes. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
Himanshu.
morning, Himanshu. Toastmaster of last month.
Okay, can we do a roll check?
Yeah.
Yeah. SAA is here. Evaluator is here. One speaker is here. TMOD is here. I think GA. Timer is also is here. PO is also here. Speaker. Other speaker was
Vishak.
I think from external.
Yeah, both speakers are here.
If I'm not wrong,
And another evaluator.
I think Priyanka,
Me.
you're playing a accountant role, right? Priyanka?
I'm sorry, did you ask me something?
Yeah. Are you playing a accountant role or timer role?
Sorry, our counter.
Okay. Good.
We need someone for
So who is
timer
the
role.
grammarian?
I'm already there, Himanshu. Don't worry.
Grammarian?
Grammarian.
I'm the grammarian.
Raman.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
So,
Yeah, I think we've got everybody.
TTM is there, so I think.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
We can start, I think.
Yeah.
Good morning, my dear Toastmasters and guests. Welcome you all to 135th meeting of Speaker Squad Toastmaster Club. My name is Ashok Kumar Reddy. I am today's Sergeant at Arms. So to make better experience of meeting, there are few housekeeping rules which we need to keep in the mind. One is don't speak about sex, religion, and politics. Keep on muting until you got chance to speak. Please try to be on video as much as possible. Whenever you move away for something, just turn off your video. And I would like to request you to encourage the speakers once their speeches are done. So as everyone has mission, Toastmasters also has mission. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide collaborative platform where you can practice leadership and communication skills. So let me invite the PO for the day. He is originally from Namakkal, Tamil Nadu. He is a garment technician at Lifestyle International Private Limited, and his habits include sports and networking, which is more important for life. The Ramesh is the Ramesh. He inspired by Ratan Tata, and his favorite quote is never give up, which is very important part of life. So he's also fan of Rajinikanth. I don't surprise. Being Tamilian, I think 90% people could have been fan of Rajinikanth. Over to you, Ramesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. It was a great opening for our meeting. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I'm welcoming you all to our Speaker Squad Toastmasters 135th meeting. Okay, we gather on every Saturday here to work on ourselves. I'm really appreciating you all to gather on weekend. The great work for everyone. With that, I would like to call this meeting is open. Before starting our regular meeting, I would like to highlight our Toastmaster Club mission. Toastmaster Club provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Okay, let's start a day with little laugh. I'll try to crack some jokes. I'll ask you some questions. Let it be an interactive session. Okay, I'll come up with like this. There was a day-night match was happening in between India and Australia. It was a day-night match, so So the match started at around 2:30. It has to go till 9 o'clock. So after 5 o'clock, the umpire felt that the light went down. So the umpire decided to switch on the light to increase the light in the stadium. He instructed to the stadium management and they have done the same. Once they switched on the light, all the players, all the umpires started to swim. Why?
Swim.
Yes, they started swimming.
Swimming. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe the what do you say? Mosquitoes or something more was flying in the ground. So they are
No.
swimming in the mosquitoes. Or it
No.
was raining.
No. If it was raining, they would have stopped the match.
That is also true.
Any guess?
Swimming.
No clue?
They are swimming
Okay.
in the light.
They were drowning with the light.
Almost like the exact answer is the stadium management, they switched on the floodlight.
Ah.
Okay. I'll add one more joke along with it. Okay. Why are there always gates around the cemeteries? If you go any cemeteries, you will see the gate. There will be a compound, there will be a gate. Why?
So that no one gate crashes the cemetery?
Not exactly. Okay, let me tell the answer. Because nowadays the competition is more because people are dying to get in. Okay.
Too done.
Okay, I think it's enough for today. With that, I could see there are two guests in our meeting. There is one is Toastmaster Priyanka, another one is Toastmaster Raman. I would like to hear a few words from you people about our club. How did you hear about club? Toastmaster Vaisakha, Toastmaster Priyanka, would you like to share a few words?
I heard about this club, so I've already connected with Himanshu prior. So when I came across this and the timings worked out, so I decided to join.
Very good. Toastmaster Vaisakha?
Yeah, so I was desperately hunting for a speech slot and I saw the ads coming in our PR promotion group. So then I contacted the PR manager and then he directed me to Himanshu and then I'm here today.
Great. Actually, if you remember, like last time I came to your club, there was a meeting, there was a rendezvous. I was a grammarian and you are a timer actually. You won the best actor role at the meeting as well. That was a great session.
It was.
Yeah, great. With that, actually, I would like to announce one thing. Last week we had a ISC competition, international speech contest. I would like to tell you one thing that in this 2023-2024, our club is the first club to complete ISC in area F1 in division F itself. So we have to be proud for that. Congratulations to everyone. So on the contest, DTM Richa, she was a winner and runner was Toastmaster Richard. DTM Richa is going to compete in area level on March 30th. It's going to happen very soon. With that, I would like to hand it over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Himanshu. Toastmaster Himanshu, a product manager from Kernel, India. Himanshu is passionate about using technology to solve real-world problems. He has worked in the consumer tech industry for over 10 years, and his experience spans e-commerce, IoT, and mobile gaming. In his spare time, Himanshu enjoys practicing yoga, reading books, and spending time with his family. He is also a big fan of Steve Jobs, who he admires for his creativity and innovation. Please welcome Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh, for that wonderful introduction. Dear guests and members of Speaker Squad Club, it is my pleasure to serve as Toastmaster of the Day. Let me talk about the theme first. I don't know whether we are swimming in water or not, but we are swimming with a lot of distractions. in our lives on a day-to-day basis. And the idea was, how do we unravel it and see how can we improve upon it. The trigger for me was last 2 weeks I was in Chennai for company meetings and everything. After I came back into meetings, I realized I have accomplished nothing in those meetings. Rather than going randomly into meetings, discussing something, then going somewhere else into meetings. So I thought that I'll do some research on what are the methods people use to prevent themselves from distractions. So that's something very quickly I'm going to show. In fact, let me also talk about Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton said he attributes his discoveries more to attention rather than to any other talent. With that, let me share my screen. One sec.
Productivity hacks.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So the CEO of the biggest telephone company is saying that he doesn't use his phone. And he, in fact, recommends other people to use the phone as less as possible. It should only be used for innovation. So I actually did an analysis of how much phone do I actually use in a day. And here are some of the stats. So you can actually very easily navigate to screen time from settings. Then I checked for last 1 week. I have picked the phone 300 times per day.
Oh.
And most amount of usage has been Gmail, then Slack, and then the calendar. I get 255 notifications per day. My usage is almost 4 hours per day of the phone. And when I checked for my wife, it was almost 8 hours.
Oh, I think companies should adapt this. इतना screen time होगा तो इतना कम करेंगे साल.
So I said that my Feb goal is that I will reduce the number of pickup to 30. I'll reduce it by 90%, and I will also reduce the time spent on phone to 60 minutes per day. Before I go, I want to ask you 2 questions, which is what do you think will make 2024 a great year for you, and what is the biggest distraction that you see in your lives?
See, for me,
first. Yeah, go ahead.
see, for me, the biggest distraction would be the negativity around me. See, the people around us, many times they would not appreciate you if you are trying something new. They will tell you like, what will happen if it goes wrong? So they will try to demotivate, and those kind of people we have to avoid that. So many times whenever I was trying new things and I convey this to any of my friends, few people only will give appreciation. Most of the people will give a negative comment like, don't go for it. You are living a good life. Go along with it. Go with the flow. Don't change anything. That's one thing I would like to highlight.
Okay, Priyanka.
Hi. For me, what 2024 will, what I aim for it to be a great year is to have peace and good health and more time with family. And I think the biggest source of distraction for me is Netflix watch list, which I keep adding on, and something always keeps coming up which makes me want to watch it. And it's so easy. Probably I should uninstall Netflix from my phone because it's so easy to just pick up and just watch something on the phone. And I really love the stats that you showed. So I do think phone is a distraction in a way in the form of Netflix. Thank you.
Anyone next? I see a lot of hands.
Sure, I would like to go next. Yeah, I've been writing quite a lot of things like poems, essays, on and off, and I want to start writing more well-researched essays this year onwards. That's something sort of a New Year, what do you call it, resolution, which I had chosen for myself. But I would like to pursue that during this year. And I agree with Toastmaster Priyanka. It's the same thing. Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube or some of the movies over there as well. That's the greatest distraction for me, and I need to get out of it. Yeah, hopefully I'll do this. Yeah. Thank you.
Vaishak?
Hey everyone. So phone is exactly not a distraction for me. I had this resolution in 2023 to reduce my screen time. I have successfully brought it down to about 1 hour 45 minutes for every day. And so I've kept Netflix and all other distractions for generally the weekend. So I'll not reveal my screen times during weekends. It's only during weekdays that it comes out to about 1 hour 45 minutes. One more thing is this year's my main. Okay, I will just start off with an issue with me, or a negative part about me is that I take upon a lot of tasks, a lot of work, and I don't plan to complete it. And sometimes it just goes way beyond the deadline or when I'm supposed to complete it. So I have a lot of DIY projects at home. Electronic projects, nitty-gritties, which I have to complete. So this year's target is to complete all those projects which are pending.
Very interesting. We are getting to know the people better through this question, I guess.
Yes, very much.
Toastmaster Ritika?
Okay. I just had two things regarding the phone. I think we all own smartphones, but we somehow only end up using social media and these YouTube and all these things on the phone, which is actually just 1/4 part of what a smartphone is supposed to be doing. So I think there is a lot more that a smartphone can help us with. I use my Google Keep Notes night and day. I thrive in that because I can't carry my diary and my pen everywhere, but I carry my phone everywhere. So I keep writing. So whenever I hear someone talking about a book in a Toastmasters session, I quickly jot it down in my phone. So then if someone is picking up the phone, it always doesn't mean that they are watching a YouTube reel or on Instagram or Facebook, because on my phone, Facebook and Instagram have no shortcuts. So I have to actually struggle to go to the third page to get into Facebook. So that's what I have done on my phone. I've kept all these things in the last page. On the first home page, I only have these journals, notebooks, and these kind of things. So those are my go-to apps. And I really feel that phones are much more beneficial than anything else if used in the right productive way. And regarding distractions, phone is not my distraction. I switch off my internet after 10 o'clock at night. And if anyone has to contact me, they'll have to send me an SMS or a phone call, make a phone call. But distraction would be definitely what Ramesh said, that people who try to distract you from your own path. I think that is something which we need to push back on, not the gadgets, and or I think human beings need to be filtered out more than anything else.
That now we know what makes you so effective in pushing everyone towards Toastmasters. Okay, now we will get back to the agenda of today's meeting. So we are going to have a standard agenda of Toastmasters meeting with 3 sections. The first section is going to be prepared speeches, where speakers will deliver speeches from their pathway projects, and speeches will have their set objectives and individual evaluator. The second section would be table topics, where a topics master would give chance to speak impromptu on a provided topic. And the last section is going to be evaluation, where the general evaluator and team would provide feedback to everybody who speaks through the meeting. For today, our general evaluator is Toastmaster Ramesh. Toastmaster Ramesh is a true inspiration. He has overcome so many challenges in his life, but he has never given up on his dreams. He is a role model for us all, and I would like to repeat his favorite quote, which is never give up. Please welcome Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. The quotes exactly fits well to me because for the general evaluator role, I tried twice. 2 times I couldn't. I given my name, I couldn't perform my role. Today is the 3rd time. Again, I'm performing as a general evaluator of the today's meeting. As a general evaluator, I'm going to evaluate whole meeting from the beginning to ending. I'm going to give a feedback. I'm going to give a where we can improve from our end. So for this, I need my team to support. So I need a timer, I need a counter, and I need a grammarian. So today I'm going to play as a timer as well, since we are lack of role takers. As a timer, my responsibility is to highlight the time taken by each speaker and evaluator. So for that, I'm going to use 3 backgrounds. So for the prepared speech, that allowed time is 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will change my background to green. After 6 minutes, I'll change my background to yellow. After 7 minutes, I will change my background to red. So after 7 minutes, I'm not going to change my background. I'm not going to give any intimation. That is speaker's responsibility to finish their speech within 7 minutes 30 seconds. For the evaluation, the allowed time is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So 3 minutes actually. So after 2 minutes, I'll change to green. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll change my background to yellow. After 3 minutes, I'll change my background to red. For the prepared speech, the allowed time is 1 to 2 minutes. After 1 minute, I'll change my background to green. After 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll change my background to yellow. After 2 minutes, I'll change my background to red. For every speech, all the evaluation after the red, you have to complete your speech or evaluation within 30 seconds. That is mandatory. With that, I would like to invite today's counter, that is Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka is a human introvert but an animal extrovert. She had joined Toastmaster to hone her communication skills with human beings. She is a VP Education of JPMC Bangalore Toastmaster Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka, to explain our counters, roles and responsibilities.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing good today. My role today is to basically listen to overused words or filler sounds, which we tend to use as a part of our communication. So this will include things like so, or words that we tend to repeat, like, you know, I mean, so, well. And these words don't generally add anything to the speech that we're giving. And we tend to fall upon these as a crutch when we don't have anything or we're not sure how our speech is actually going. So I would recommend all of you to take a pause, try to pace out your speech so that you have more control of what you're saying. And let us try to consciously minimize the use of these filler reports. When I'm called upon in the evaluation stage, I will give my report for all the speakers and topics. That's all from my side. All the best to all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for explaining all counter roles and responsibilities. Next, I would like to invite the grammarian of the day. He is Toastmaster Raman. Excuse me, I missed out your introduction. Extremely sorry for that. Okay, sorry, I missed your introduction, Raman. Sorry. I would like to request Raman to explain about grammarian roles and responsibility and word of the day and phrase of the day as well. Over to you, Toastmaster Raman.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Hello, everyone. Good morning. As the grammarian of for today's meeting, I would be sharing the word of the day and the idiom of the day. And I encourage all the speakers and the role takers to use this in the context as suggested to and to understand the usage in the right context of these new words or the idioms. And whenever the speaker uses, I request all the participants of the meeting to do a hand gesture. How do we go about this in this club? Do we do a thumbs up sign, or exactly how do you do in this club? Thumbs up sign. All right. So I request all the participants to show a thumbs up sign as a gesture of encouragement for using word of the day and idiom of the day. So on that note, the word of the day is jocund, which I'm sharing in the chat, a screenshot of it. I'm not sure if it will allow me. I would. Is it okay if I share my screen and then show it? Great, thank you. So let me just share my screen. So let me know once you're able to see it. So jocund, this is I don't know if it's legible enough. So jocund is the word which means cheerful and light-hearted. Like as you can see, the usage is a jocund wedding party or a jocund company. Or that was a word which I first came across when while actually reading a poem from William Wordsworth long ago. And apart from this, we also have the idiom of the day, which is to be snowed under, which means to have so much work to do that you have problems managing everything. So I encourage all the speakers to use these two words in the right context. Apart from this, I would be noting down the good usages and not so good usages of the language, like grammatical. I'll be noting down things like creative usages, including metaphors, alliteration, parts of speech, figures of speech, rarely or uniquely used words, which I already started noting down. And towards the end of the, also wherever I notice the not so good usages of the language, I will suggest what could be an appropriate usage and share my report towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. It was a wonderful explanation about your roles and responsibilities. With that, I will come up with my detailed report when I called upon by Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Let's dive into the prepared speeches section. Our first speaker will be evaluated by Toastmaster Ashok. Toastmaster Ashok has been a member of Toastmaster for 3 years, and his favorite quote is by English playwright John Haywood. Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. This reminds him that it takes time and patience to create something great. And in his spare time, Ashok enjoys reading mythological stories and watching movies. Please welcome Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you, Himanshu. To the targeted speaker, all the best for your speech. Let me read out the purpose of the speech. The purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with defined purpose and to present well-organized speech on any topic. Okay, over to you, Himanshu.
What's the topic of the speech?
Defying stereotypes.
Defining stereotypes.
Defying, not defining, defying.
Should we do the introduction for the second speaker as well before we move on to the first speech? Okay, should we move speech?
Should invite the speaker, first speaker.
Good. Okay, first speaker is Toastmaster Madhusmita. She is originally from Bhubaneswar, where she works as a senior business analyst, and in her spare time, she enjoys reading novels and gardening. She is also kind and compassionate woman who always puts others before herself. Toastmaster Madhusmita. Title is defining or breaking stereotypes.
Defying stereotypes.
Defined stereotypes. Defined stereotypes. Toastmaster Madhusmita. Toastmaster Madhusmita. Defined stereotypes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Good morning, everyone. Often in life, we come across people who judge us based on their preconceived notions and assumptions. Today, I'm going to share one of my very childhood experience on stereotypes. So during the summer break after completing third grade exam, I was in my maternal grandparents' house. One fine day, I noticed one highly regarded astrologer visited the house, and I to verify one of the horoscopes of one of my cousins for marriage proposals. After some time, I noticed most of my relatives were in a queue and showing their palms to the astrologer. He was reading their palms and predicting their futures. So, interested by all of this, I also went near to the astrologer. I showed my palm to him. He took some time to read it, and then he said many things about my future happening. But one significant that I want to be good in mathematics. I will struggle with mathematics, and I was hardly 8 or 9 years old. I At that point of time, I did not question whether whatever he's saying it is true or not. My mind simply absorbed it. And before that point in time, believe me, I never faced any difficulty in mathematics. That narrative of the astrologer would resurface sometimes in my mind, and it will again got fueled by some related comments from my near and dear one related to mathematics, that people from my caste were supposedly better in literature than mathematics. Parallel emotions will run inside me. Whether any person is capable of seeing anyone's future, and am I not capable enough to alter those predictions or narratives? Time passed by. I appeared for fifth grade exam. When my parents collected the mark sheet, I could see the disappointment in their face because I scored very poor marks that year in mathematics. It was hardly between 50 and 60%. So I couldn't help. I would wonder whether the prediction of the astrologer is coming true, whether all those narratives of those people are really becoming true now. At a sensible time, I decided I will work hard. I focus more on mathematics. Basically, I was known under to defy those stereotypes. By the time the seventh grade results published, my mathematical score marginally improved, yet not up to the expected level. Years passed by. I appeared for 10th exam, then 12th exam, one of those two critical exams for any Indian student. And mathematics as a subject was very important for science stream students and engineering aspirants. I was one of those aspirants. So I eagerly waited for my 12th result. And what would happen? I still distinctly remember that evening when I got to see my scorecard for the first time, the 12th scorecard. My overall marks had significantly improved. In mathematics specifically, the score was more compared to all other subjects. The feeling was surreal. The feeling of some kind of achievement felt that time. Not because I scored well, but I altered those narratives. I was able to defy the stereotypes, earlier predictions that was leveled on me by some people. What exactly happened between 7th grade and 12th grade? How this change was possible? When I reflected on those years, I could realize my mind never actively affected those narratives. It tried hard to alter those narratives. And this persistence got fueled again by invaluable guidance by three mathematics teachers with unique teaching methods, clarified most of the mathematical concepts, and truly grateful forever in my life for their contributions during those critical periods. Even after 12th grade, I would try to keep the momentum intact, hearing that the predictions should not come true now. I would work hard to score more in mathematics. So this journey taught me a very good important lesson in my life. But people will judge us. We can't control them. But everyone said about us that we are like this, like that. We should not blindly accept everything. We should be aware about ourselves, where we are lacking, what are our shortcomings, work hard to improve ourselves. And you never know, success might just surprise you at any time like me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusmita. That was such a wonderful speech on defined stereotypes. I like the journey that you described from the beginning to the end. Now we move on to the second part of the prepared speech. For the second speech, the evaluator is Toastmaster Ritika. She is a native of Delhi. She was born in Calcutta and she was brought up in Vizag. She is currently an AVP with Citibank and her hobbies include gardening, listening to music, and tidying up her house. Her favorite quote is, "Do your best and leave the rest." And her favorite authors are Nora Roberts and Jeffrey Archer. Please welcome Toastmaster Ritika, and I also invite Toastmaster Ritika to set the objectives for our next speaker.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himanshu. Good morning, everybody. Today, I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Vaishak Suresh's speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Timer, please note, timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title is A Journey from Crisis to Leadership Excellence. All the very best, Toastmaster Vaishak, and back to you, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. Toastmaster Vaishak is anything on wheels, aficionado, and he believes himself to be a global citizen with roots in India. He loves food, travel, and driving. He also loves test drives of vehicles and usually keeps opinions to himself. He's a cybersecurity engineer and ethical hacker by profession, currently working to keep cars secure. Title is, I have forgotten the title. Can you repeat the title of the speech?
I've pinged you on WhatsApp, Himanshu.
1 second. Okay. A Journey from Crisis to Leadership Excellence, Toastmaster Vaishak. Toastmaster Vaishak, A Journey from Crisis to Leadership Excellence.
How many of you are in client-facing roles? How many of you had to face a situation where you were pushed to take a chance on yourself in front of the client? Not many, but I stand before you today to take you through a transformative chapter of my professional journey. A tale of tough choices, unforeseen challenges, and the invaluable lessons that have shaped me into the leader I am today. Through recounting this story, I hope you will learn one or two things about my leadership style. 8 months ago, I found myself at crossroads in Vietnam, where a seemingly insurmountable challenge emerged both as a problem and a business opportunity. Our client, known for their hostile work culture and stringent adherence to timelines, made some of my ex-colleagues to abscond from the client location. We were snowed under, jeopardizing our business relationship with the client. Faced with the choice between loyalty to my company and the needs of my client, I made a pivotal decision. I chose to love the product. After all, the product was a car, and me being a car enthusiast, I could not let it go. Stepping up to save the project, I found myself in Vietnam, leading a fresh team and managing a crisis, despite never ever handled a project of such a magnitude before. In the face of adversity, Toastmasters came to my help, honing my communication skills and providing me the negotiation tools to navigate this complex situation with the client. The initial hostility reduced, and I successfully negotiated an extension. Thus began a journey of sleepless nights, extended working hours, and sacrifices of weekends with a resilient team of juniors to support me. An arduous yet fulfilling journey. Why do I term it as wonderful and fulfilling? Positives for a negative situation? Because this challenging experience catapulted me from a senior analyst to an architect within the same organization. The crucial lesson I learned amidst this chaos was the paramount importance of investing in people. Beyond professional development, nurturing emotional connections with my team proved to be the key to success. To support the team during the project phase, or I would say a very hectic project phase, I initiated jocund weekly sessions that fostered a positive environment where team members could share thoughts openly, a natural feature of the democratic leader in me. Monthly one-on-one interactions with every team member, and I made myself available round the clock for any technical discussions. The coaching style came in handy at this point. And this helped me cultivate a very strong, cohesive team that not only saved the project, but also gained the trust of the client. Leadership, I realized, is not merely about managing tasks. It is a fusion of business acumen with genuine concern for the well-being of my people. I realized my primary leadership styles are two: coaching and democratic. And with this leadership style, by investing in people professionally and emotionally, I not only salvaged a critical project, gained the trust of my client, but in fact, very recently signed an MOU with the same client for advanced research projects. At this moment, I would also like to recognize that none of this experience would have come my way had I not chosen to take a chance on my leadership self. I took a chance at myself. In conclusion, dear Toastmasters and guests, being a leader transcends the realm of business. It is not about fostering a harmonious balance between business and people alone. To be a successful leader, one must invest in the team, in their professional goals, supporting their personal goals, and set an exemplary standard, a beautiful example for your team to follow and serve as an inspiration to all those who look upon you, senior or junior. Today, I stand proud to call myself a leader. And I pose the question to you. Would you take a chance on the leader in you? Over to you, Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishak. I was totally glued in to your speech, and I could start thinking about my own leadership style, a speech that I gave a couple of weeks back. Very interesting. Thank you for that. We will wait for the evaluation on the speech. We'll go back to the theme of today, which is productivity. And somewhere I was also looking for some of those productivity hacks that Vaishak you have adopted from your experience. But let me share my screen once again. And here, this time I'm going to talk about one very common thing, which is context switching. In organizations, usually we have these 30 minute blocks of time for each meeting. We want to cover as many meetings as possible in a day, pack them up completely in our calendar, and people usually block those times as well in our calendar. So there is usually less amount of control. However, the impact of context switching is there's a term called attention residue. As you move from one task, even if let's say you check an email in between for a couple of minutes and you go back to the task, it takes about 23 minutes to regain the attention and the focus that you had before it. The attention residue is something that affects us day in and day out, and we don't really realize it. To give one more example of this is how usually the calendar looks like on the left hand side, small blocks. However, the suggestion is we should have a bigger blocks in which we should work. There is the concept of time boxing and there is a concept of time blocking. Time boxing is whatever task you have, you squeeze it in that time itself and don't go beyond it. Time blocking is you block the time on your calendar and only you focus on, you may have similar tasks, you club them together into a bigger block at one point of time. There is something that I also use, which I want to show you, which is I have this timer. This is called a Pomodoro clock. So you have 15-minute, 20-minute kind of timers. What Pomodoro technique says is when you work alone, have sessions of 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. After 4 consecutive sessions of 25 minutes, take a 25 to 30 minutes break. And this Pomodoro keeps you on the check. It will also give you a good amount of feedback. What did you achieve in the block of time that you devised? Broadly, 3 things from prioritization point of view. I think something that Ritika also touched upon, which is first the list of tasks that we should capture in one of the tools. The second is prioritization. There's something called Eisenhower matrix, which is more around the urgent and important. Urgent in one axis, important in another axis, and prioritize the important and may not be urgent tasks as much more than urgent and not important tasks. The second is the LNO method, which is L stands for leveraged, N for neutral, O for overhead. L means the amount of time that you spend, you get a disproportionate outcome out of it. N is whatever amount of time you spend, you will get a proportional outcome out of it. Overhead is you spend a particular amount of time, you will get less than in terms of the value of outcome that you will derive from it. And that keeps you on the check that you are spending time on the most important items. I'm not sure whether you're still able to see my screen. Not right. You can't see my screen at this point of time. Okay. But I think I'm done. So I will move on to the next section, which is table topics, one of the most interesting sections for today. And for the table topic section, I will welcome our Toastmaster Ritika, to take over the session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Good morning once again. Today, I've taken up the role of a table topic master as well. As part of table topics, we invite members and guests to give a speech of 1 to 2 minutes impromptu. The topic will be given and the speaker will be given around 15 seconds to think about it and then deliver a speech for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, of course, it will be green, 1.5 minutes yellow, 2 minutes red, and 30 seconds buffer will be given. The importance of table topics is manifold actually. We use it night and day, but when we are trained in Toastmasters to think on our feet, when we use it otherwise, automatically we are able to structure our thoughts, collect our thoughts, and be more impactful when we actually give an impromptu dialogue to anybody, an impromptu excuse to anybody. No one will realize that we actually thought about it just then. Ideally, in table topics, whatever topic is given, the speaker is expected to narrate a story or their experience around it. There is no need to explain the topic, but to actually reflect on the topic, share an experience about it, and give a message at the end. That is the overall structure of any table topic speech. I'm reiterating this for the new members, the guests, and of course, a repeat to the existing members. So are we ready to talk about the different topics I have in store for you in table topics? Yes, excellent. I like the energy. Okay, just 1 minute. There's someone at the door. 1 second. Sorry about that. My maid just came. All right. So who wants to go first? Okay, I see Ashok raising his hand.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come to you, Abhinay, after Ashok. I'll quickly share my screen. And I prefer doing this so that there is no confusion with the topic. Okay.
Letting cat out of the bag.
All right. So your topic, Ashok, is manage your energy, not just your time. Manage your energy, not just your time, Toastmaster Ashok.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for a wonderful topic. I think these are more opted for kids. I see. They were always the kid. Kid is always with higher energy, and they would love to play throughout the day, even 24/7. If you have maybe 24 or 48 per day, also they will play. So they will try to manage the time to play in the sand, play in the volleyball, play in the basketball, play in the kabaddi, so on and so. But they never try to manage their energy. They never try to take food enough to manage their energy. That's what I observed from my kid, one of my kid. So he always doesn't eat, but he always go want to play throughout the day. So he will get tired, but he could not manage his energy to enjoy the time. So always managing energy is very important. Why? Say he got tired, so he has to sit down, right? That is how he play. So he don't enjoy the time, obviously. So whenever he try to manage the energy, then only he will enjoy his time. So managing energy is important as much as managing time. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Ritika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok. That was a very good analogy, especially something that most of the parents, if they are in the session, will relate to. I don't know how they bring so much energy, and yet they are quite happy about it. We spend a lot of energy and then we are lethargic for rest of the day, but they maintain their energy till they are forced to go to sleep. Excellent. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok. Okay, I saw Abhinay raising his hand as well. So Abhinay, shall we go with you next?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, let me again share my screen and present the topic to you. Okay, your topic is build a better to-do list. Build a better to-do list, Toastmaster Abhinay. Over to you.
Yeah. Every day, so we have a bunch of lists, be it professional, be it personal, be it like family things and all. Every day we have a bunch of lists to do. And whenever I wake up morning, I arrange this task based on the priority things. Like if something really priority, if some deadline has come closer, I need to file my taxes, I need to talk to the person. So based on the priority, I decide shall I do it today or shall I can postpone to next day and all. So I decide, I prioritize the task based on the timelines it has. Okay, and I also oversee if I can miss this and have to take another task, what is the impact. I overlook all these things and take a prioritize my tasks, and that helps and me to focus those tasks for the rest of the day. So I do this whenever I wake up from the bed. I see what are the tasks that I can do it for today, and finish it off by the end of the day. So that's how I prioritize a better to-do list. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinay. I like the way that you simply put it across, that you go day to day, and from the morning itself you plan your day. It's so easy when you keep hearing it, but I'm sure it takes a lot of practice, a lot of points to actually put on the side and only focus on something which you really have to do. And especially if those things are tough, it's very difficult to do them first in the day. So yes, I think prioritization and basically having a to-do list is very important. Thank you so much, Abhinay. Moving on, I see Vaishak raising his hand for a very long time. Let me come to you quickly. Let me quickly again share my screen and give you your topic. Okay, so your topic is tune out distractions. Tune out distractions, Toastmaster Vaishak. Over to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I have a deliverable now. How am I going to finish it? Wait, maybe I am very stressed. How can I reduce my stress? I know, money heists. Tudum. Yes. Okay, now I am a bit relaxed. Oh my God, I have only 5 minutes for my deadline. Oh, this was a very difficult situation for me to handle. I had so many distractions around my workplace. I had my office laptop, my personal laptop, my gaming machine, my Netflix device, all this in one corner. And why? I have only one person to blame. Yes, my better half. She was very adamant that all my mess needs to be at my table alone. So all my distractions and everything that I got to do with distracting me was on my table. How did I come out of this? Well, first, I made sure to separate my mobile into two devices. I have a work phone and a personal phone. This has given me bounds of freedom from distraction. Why? Because my office phone doesn't have Netflix. My office phone doesn't have the apps that can distract me. It's only Outlook and Teams, which in fact gives me more productivity. And then I started using all my smart devices into productivity mode. I have my watch set around all my meetings. I have my deliverables split into divided tasks so that I can do it properly. So now my office space is my office space. And I stole a drawer from my wife's cupboard just to keep my personal devices every day morning. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishak. I think that is a good idea, having two phones. So I think another thing in our shopping cart on Amazon to add a few more. Thank you so much. I think these are the few things that we get to hear in Toastmaster session, especially the table topics, the different hacks that people are doing in their personal life, and how others can actually take ideas and implement in their own lives as well. Thank you so much for that. And moving on, let's welcome Toastmaster Raman. I see you raising your hand as well. Let's go with you next. And of course, after that, Priyanka, we'll end up with Priyanka. Okay. All right. Let me again share my screen and give you your topic. Okay. Focus on one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time, Toastmaster Raman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. Peter Drucker, the management guru, once said, knowledge applied is productivity. Now, the big question to all of us is, how do we achieve the highest levels of productivity? A lot of books have been written, a lot of management gurus have opined on it. There have been a lot of LinkedIn blogs, pages, YouTube videos, blah, blah, blah. Still, the question remains, how do we achieve highest level of productivity? Now, like the ocean, productivity is so vast and it is streamed by various brooks and rivers streaming from different ideas and sources. My personal take on this is that everyone has their own way of approaching this. We need to understand what our priorities in our lives are. For example, writing and reading is one of the priorities, two of the priorities which I have in my own life, which I try to put all my energy, my time into that. But then there are distractions. Netflix, YouTube, meeting friends. I don't call it exactly distraction, but it's taking my time away from it. So how do we cater to this? Well, it's a question not which needs to be generalized, but it needs to be individualized. We need to ask each one of us to ask ourselves instead of asking others. We need to ask ourselves, how do I gain productivity? And that's where the question of focus comes in. We need to focus on ourselves instead of generalizing. And that is that one thing which we need to remain focused all through and clear the distractions, set our priorities, and that will help us achieve the highest levels of productivity. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raman. I think a key point that we were missing throughout the session and you finally made that is, you may have a lot of gadgets, you may have apps to monitor you in regards to the other apps that we are doing, but finally, if we ask ourselves, we will know exactly where we need to focus on. We may not need half those apps to monitor us as well. Thank you so much for putting that point across. Quickly, we'll move on to Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka will be our last speaker for the table topic section. Okay, Priyanka, I'll share your topic real quick. Okay. Prioritize healthy habits. Prioritize healthy habits, Toastmaster Priyanka.
What is health, first of all? I think the definition of health is going to vary for each individual. For some of us, it might be working out and building muscles. For some of us, it could be just meditating and have a peace of mind. For some of us, it could be eating healthy. So I think the lifestyle that we choose really depends on what our priorities are at that point of time. But having said that, I still do believe that the basics of health is going to be the same no matter what. We have to move, we have to exercise a little bit, we have to eat healthy, have a balanced diet, get enough sleep. So going by these basics of what I think is going to be common for everyone, there are going to be a lot of challenges which come in the way. It's so easy to have fast food. based on our timings at work, we may have a lot of valid excuses why we can't work out or exercise. There could be so many things which interfere with our sleep. Personally, for me, if I reflect on the challenges that affect with my lifestyle of health that I define, it is going to be sleep. I would justify it by saying that my shift doesn't allow me to have a healthy sleep cycle. If I start my shift at 1 and I end my work at 10, I recently came across this concept called revenge procrastination. It's basically when a person ends their day, but they realize that, oh, I need some time for myself. So I end up staying late even more just to do something, thinking that's the time I have for myself. And I realized I was a victim of this. I would end up catching up on all my books or movies or series that I wanted to see at the end of the day, which is probably not a good idea. And I realized it was messing up my sleep terribly. So I think it takes a lot of realization and awareness to know that you're moving away from what you define as a healthy lifestyle. Make some small changes. You don't have to be perfect to be healthy, but make some small edits which fit into your lifestyle, which make it easy and practical. What I did to address my revenge procrastination was to replace videos with audiobooks. I didn't want to watch anything on my screen at night because the light definitely impacted the way I was processing and falling asleep. I replaced it with audiobooks. So I was still getting some kind of entertainment in a way, and it helped me slowly doze off and fall asleep. Workout doesn't have to be a heavy cardio workout, but you can as well go for a walk, even if it's for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Even if you order out, go for a salad or opt for something which is slightly more balanced. So I found a way to fit in ways of having a healthy lifestyle, which can be balanced, which can be practical, and yet be happy with what I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. I think a very different take on healthy habits. It's actually, like you said, it's beyond good food, it's beyond working out, it's actually many other mindful habits that we incorporate. One thing that I incorporated or probably became a habit was the speaker squad sessions, actually, because getting up on a Saturday by 9:30 or something was a very big deal earlier for me. So when I joined Speaker Squad, I had a tiff with the XCOM initially that why do you all have a session at 10 o'clock? What all this? But slowly it became a habit, and it's now a habit that I look forward to. So today morning also I had a heavy head. I wasn't sure if I'll be able to take up the 2 roles that I have taken up. But now it's gone actually because my brain has got distracted. I'm putting my energy into something else. So yes, I think these are also healthy habits that we can incorporate. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank all the speakers who came up and volunteered to speak. You all spoke about the great energy that we can inculcate, the to-do list, the tuning out practice that we can do to stop the distractions to distract us, and the most important of asking ourselves what we want to do, how we want to prioritize, and of course, the great healthy habits that we can incorporate as well. These are all productivity hacks if we put them in practice. Thank you so much. With that, I hand it over to Toastmaster Himanshu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. I think you have covered few slides of mine already through these table topics. I especially liked the coverage of healthy being, getting into all sort of dimensions, all the another few slides that Priyanka has actually stolen from me. But last, before we go to the evaluation section, there is one thing that I wanted to show as a productivity hack. There is something called unroll.me. Usually we get a lot of emails where we are already subscribed or we subscribed at some point of time. It's hard to unsubscribe each email. If you go to unroll.me, you will find all those sort of subscriptions and you can very quickly reduce it in 10-15 minutes. I was able to go from 300 to 150, and 150 I chose which ones I wanted to retain. Second is more on the lines of what Ritika you were talking about, that it's sometimes the people whom we have to save our times from. Now, not just people, there is always an on workplace where we want to set clear boundaries, something that Priyanka touched upon. we are compelled to say yes, but we need to learn to say how to say no. This is, I believe, one of the most important values. Second, we have a social need to connect with people and consume a lot of novel information. However, we should focus more on the focus and the processing skills of the information. With that, we can now move on to the evaluation section. For evaluation, I would want to invite Toastmaster Ramesh. Should we do the evaluation for general evaluation first, or should we do the speech evaluation first?
Hand over to general evaluator.
General evaluator.
Okay, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Welcome back, everyone. That's a general evaluator. First, I would like to call the speech evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Ashok. Before that, as a timer, both the speakers have qualified in the timing. Toastmaster Madhusmita took 6 minutes, 9 seconds. Toastmaster Vaishak took 6 minutes, 35 seconds. They both are qualified for the evaluation. So I would like to call Toastmaster Ashok for the first evaluation.
Yeah, thanks, Ramesh. Thank you, Madhusmita, for giving opportunity to listen to you. I think it was fantastic speech. I think most of the people could have what do you say, imagined your story. I think most of the people could have gone through this kind of journey, as Indian is stereotype and they are always try to judge others without looking all perspectives. So what I learned from your speech is, don't judge anyone without looking into all perspectives. So that is the one. And another one is, even somebody judged you, you should be aware of you and go ahead with your skills. You don't afraid of other judgment. I think really it was really means for everyone, these two are very important in the life. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let me tell you what are the few things that I like in your story. I think I have seen introduction and body and conclusion. And what is the things that you need to take away from the story. Okay, and one good thing is you started with opening hands and standing speech. I think that was fantastic. You had very good hand gestures while talking about story, and I don't see any story means gap, like it is continue, it is continuing story. There is no gap between the it is not like created multiple stories. It is a one story, it is continuously, there is no break. I think that was the really the purpose of you met purpose of your project. But I would like to highlight few of the challenges you need to uh, you know attack. One is you need to start with very enthusiastic statements like, okay, have you ever judged by someone and overcome those judgment? Okay, dear Toastmasters and guests, let me walk you through into my journey. Okay, that is the one thing which I see. And the other one is like, you were telling the story, but you didn't create the enthusiasm or suspense. Like, okay, in 10th class, do you expect what did I get in maths? Right, so people will be attentive to your story if you are trying to create the suspense in the story. Okay, that is the one which I saw. Right, and another one is maybe you can try to ask questions about to audience. Okay, just like whatever example I said. Okay, these two maybe you can try to try to challenge yourself in next project. Okay, over to you, Ramesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Thanks for the evaluation. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Ritika for the second evaluation for the speaker, Toastmaster Vaishak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. Good morning a third time, and a special one to Toastmaster Vaishak. The two things that stood out for me in your speech was beyond the speech, the content, and everything else. It was your strong presence and that impactful message that you had in your entire speech, especially the conclusion. Very, very well done there. I must say that for any public speaker, It's actually the intent with which the speaker is standing on the stage, the honesty in the eyes of the speaker. Actually, those are the two things that goes beyond the words that that speaker actually speaks. Audience recognize the intent straight away when the speaker walks in. Very many things that were great in your speech were, to start with, it was a prep that went into getting that white sheet behind you, ensuring your space is absolutely devoid of any distractions, and you wearing a blazer during your speech delivery. I must say, members, it's extremely important how you dress up for Toastmasters sessions. It's very underrated, but it actually speaks volumes about how serious you are about your own speech. Only then can you expect an evaluator or the audience to take you seriously. So very good setup, Toastmaster Vaishak. And speech is important, but of course the prep that went in, extremely appreciated. Coming to the speech, I like the usage of words, the apt hand gestures throughout, especially when you said 8 months ago. You put your hand back, we automatically knew it's something about the very, very past that you're going to talk about. In the face of adversity, investing in people, these are very, very simple yet very powerful choice of words, especially in a leadership style kind of speaks that you had to speak on. Excellent choice of words. The another one would be the way you actually shared the different kind of leadership styles there are, and you highlighted the two styles that are your style, that is coaching and democratic, and how you exercise them with your team. Very good way of actually explaining them to the audience. Moving on to a few recommendations, Toastmaster Vaishak. First would be, though the speech audio video was absolutely fine, but there were places where the end of your sentence was actually mumbled. That can be rectified if you use a Bluetooth earphone with a mic, or use a headphone, or use any device with speaker and a mic as well, so that no single word that you speak goes unheard. So try and imbibe that. I think you're using the laptop speaker right now, but try and use some device with a mic. The second would be, bring in some more pronounced pauses, because after a while, though you had questions in the beginning, during the speech, it became too much of one after the other points. Probably take a pause. You can take a pause and say, does this remind you of an adversity you came across? Did you also feel that your people were overpowering you? Such kind of rhetoric questions can go a long way actually to save your time as well, and yet break the monotony in the middle of the speech. Overall, Toastmaster Vaishak, excellent speech. It was well structured, good preparation went in, very good hand gestures. Just work on getting a little a device with a mic that will amplify clarity of your speech. And secondly, get a few questions in the middle to break the monotony. All the very best, and back to you, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. It was a great evaluation. So with that, our evaluation session is over. So I would like to call timer again to let us know all the speakers on the evaluation timing. Since already I spoke about Toastmaster Madhusmita and Toastmaster Vaishak, the evaluator, Toastmaster Ashok took 2 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Ritika took 3 minutes 58 seconds. So she has given a well brief evaluation to the Toastmaster Vaishak. In TTM session, Toastmaster Ashok took 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Abhinay took 1 minute 24 seconds. Toastmaster Vaishak took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Raman took 2 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Priyanka took 2 minutes 54 seconds. So as for the timer, everyone has qualified except Toastmaster Ritika. Okay, with that, I would like to call our founder of today's meeting, Toastmaster Priyanka, to brief about your reports. Over to Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone Special mentions to Toastmaster Vaishak. It was very hard to find any filler sounds throughout his speech, both for the prepared speech and the table topic as well. Overall, after listening very, very carefully, I just found 3 filler sounds, but that was amazing. I learned a lot. And also call out to Toastmaster Ritika, Toastmaster Raman, and Toastmaster Madhusmita, who had less than 5 filler sounds throughout. I'll also share my screen quickly and I'll send a snippet of the overall report. Overall, I felt it was really good. I just noticed a couple of instances where, if I look at the overall summary of the report, it was mostly and which was used throughout the meeting. And in terms of the roles, there were a lot of instances where the table topics had more of filler sounds which started coming up, including the evaluators and the role takers. When it came to the table topics, there was more tendency to use filler sounds. So I'll share this quick snippet in case anyone wants to see it in detail, but overall it was great. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. It was a detailed and pictorial explanation to everyone. It will be very helpful to everyone if they want to improve themselves, definitely. Next, I would like to call the grammarian of today's meeting, Toastmaster Raman. Toastmaster Raman, over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. I would summarize all my observations in 3 categories. What were good usages of grammar, not so good usages of grammar, and suggestions for those. And of course, the good words which were used and usage of word of the day and idiom of the day. Since that part is very brief, I would start with that. Only one speaker, Toastmaster Madhusmita, used word of the day once. Idiom of the day was not used by any of the speakers. Good usages, there were quite a lot. In fact, I tried to make as many as possible. If I've missed some, so just excuse me for that. But yeah, so kind and compassionate, defying stereotypes. So there's an observation here. There was a bit of confusion, defining or defying. So in this kind of situation, it's better to spell it out what they are trying to say, like DEFINING or DEFYING, so that it's clear to both the ends. Either of them could spell it out so that it can be clarified. Insurmountable challenge, unique phrase which I've come across. Car enthusiast, arduous, yes, yet fulfilling journey. Paramount importance, transcends realm of business. So these are, when we bring in these words or phrases, when we bring into a speech or a prepared speech, it's very rare thing to recall them in the context. So most of the speaker, Toastmaster Vaishak, I suppose, used many of these words. So congratulations on that. Not so good usages, keep on muting. Instead of this, please continue to be on mute, could have been used. I don't surprise was incorrect usage. I am not surprised could have been used. Time passed by was used. It's although grammatically correct, but it would have been more appropriate if as time elapsed would have been used. Two things that goes was the phrase which was used, which is a subject verb disagreement, grammatical inaccuracy. Instead of this, two things that go should have been used. And lastly, brief was a word which was used where in the context detailed should have been used. So these were some of the observations on the good and bad and suggestions. But other good words which I noted in addition to this include plight, thrive, pushback. Now, there's a specific observation on the word or phrasal verb pushback. Pushback, if it's used as a single word without a space in between, it means fallback or revenge or reiteration or something, pullback or something of that sort, or say response to something in a negative way. But push back would, if space in between would be a different phrase altogether. So we should ensure we don't give a pause in between. If we are trying to depending on the context, we will have to be careful on that part. Narrative, aficionado, jeopardizing, catapulted, exemplary, reverse, procrastination, mumbled. So these were some other observations which I made in addition to this. Overall, it was a great meeting with a lot of good observations. And on that note, it has given exposure to me to understand some of the words which I can make use of, probably we all can make use of in upcoming meetings. On that note, I would hand it over back to the G. Over to you, G. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. It's been a very well detailed, scripted report. I have to say, like, noted down all the important stuff, new words, not so good usage of words. It's really helpful to all the members. Since we have time constraint, I would like to keep my report very neat and simple. Overall, the meeting went very well. We have started our meeting 2 minutes delay. It's manageable. Somehow we can try to join little early, like at least 5 minutes before, to check audio and video, because few of the speakers have joined exactly at 10 o'clock. So they need at least 1 or 2 minutes time to check their audio and video. It would be great if they would have joined like at least 5 minutes before the meeting. Talking about SAA briefly explained about the cardinal rules. It was very clear, and it has given a positive impact to all the members to start the meeting. Second, with the TMOD kept the meeting very holded across the meeting. And only thing I would like to suggest to Himanshu, like, if you can keep your script ready, if you can keep the speaker's title ready and introduction ready, it will be great for you, because it will be good flow for you as well as the meeting. And second thing, as a general order, I overlooked today, instead of Raman, I looked Vaisak as a grammarian, so I missed out his introduction completely. That is fault from my end. So I would like to say apologies to Raman. So after that, both the speaker have given their speech very well. I would like to give few points to both the speaker. The first speaker, Madhusmita, her body movement, everything was good, and throughout the meeting, she was standing in one location, like that could be avoided. She can use the floor wisely. She can move left and right. That would be grateful for her when she is giving the meeting in front of other people. Since it's an online meeting, it could be easy for you. But if you are in front of other people, if you use the floor wisely, you'll get a better score, and it will be grateful to the audience as well. And second thing, whenever you are giving speech through online meeting, try to avoid using backgrounds, because during your speech I couldn't see your hand gesture properly, so it would have been avoided. Then it would be good for you. And Vaisak, it was a great speech. It was a very interactive session. Your hand gesture was good. You have used the background wisely. And I would give you one small tips, like because throughout the speech we could see only till your chest. We couldn't see your body completely. If you would have used your camera a little away from you, it will be great for you. And as an audience, we could have seen you well in advance. As I told Manju Smith also, you are also in the same place. You didn't use the floor wisely. Other than that, your speech was awesome. It was great. Then next to the TTM session, the TTM was great one, I would say, because the table topics was well connected with the today's theme. So all the topics were shared by the Ritika, has connected well with the today's theme. Not only that, most of the speaker, they have touched the theme. Whenever they are speaking about the topic, they have touched the today's meeting's theme, and they have given their thoughts on that. It was a great thing, well deserved for all the well deserved appreciation for all the speakers. Apart from that, Toastmaster Ritika has conducted a very good TTM session. He has given her takeaway after every speaker. That was a good thing as a TTM, because whenever we are communicating something, sometimes other audience may not be listened properly. So after the speech, if you are giving some takeaways from the speaker to the audience, that would be a great way of communication with others as well. So it was a great thing I have learned from TTM Richard. So apart from that, throughout the meeting, it was great. Only few things we have to improve, since many of us have taken a multiple roles. So we have to work hard. We have to make sure that all our team members are attending at least twice in a month. They have to plan their work accordingly. At least they have to attend the meeting to improve themselves. So with that, I would like to share the voting link for today's meeting. I have shared through a chat. You can go and you can vote for your favorite speaker, evaluator, and T-team speakers. Meanwhile, already we are over time. However, I would like to tell you few jokes if you people are interested. Okay, done. Okay. What do you call a bear with no teeth? What do you call a bear with no teeth?
BEER.
With no teeth. BEAR. Not a beer. It's a bear. Bear. Any guess? Okay. It's a gummy bear. It's a gummy bear. Okay. The other one. Why should not you write with a broken pen? No idea? Because it's pointless. Okay. The last one. In the meantime, I have received 5 responses. Okay. The last one. There was a running competition happening between few people, out of which the barber won the race. The barber won the race. How?
Because he cut his competition out?
No, because he won. How he can get the competition out? He won in the competition. There was a running race. There was a running race. So he won the competition because he knew the shortcuts. Okay, that's it from my end. So the result has come. Okay, the best role taker of today's meeting is Toastmaster Ritika. TTM Toastmaster Ritika. The best auxiliary role taker, it is a tie between 2 members, Toastmaster Priyanka and Toastmaster Raman. They got an equal score. The best speaker of today's meeting is Toastmaster Vaisak. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vaisak. Best evaluator, 100% vote to Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you.
And the best table topic speaker, that is Toastmaster Priyanka. So that's it from my end. It was a great session overall. I declare the meeting is end. Thank you so much. Have a happy weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.